see so. Oh, it's fabulous! A strike to get you up off your seats.
And you're speaking about his chances, Ryan. He'll be getting one, won't he, against Chelsea, because Dunk's going to be suspended.
Oh yeah.
Which is so it'll probably be Van Heck and Eagle, won't it? Let's do Chelsea now then. They obviously just got battered by Newcastle, which is quite fun to see. Obviously, Reece James got sent off after his infamous tweet of saying, "What a new era is pending," and then since he's been captain, been injured.
If he's not injured, he's suspended. If he's not suspended, he's injured and he's on the bench. But he's still the best right back in the world. I don't know.
Talking to Reece James, he killed me in my FPL. I literally put him in this game week, and he first game week, and red card. Cheers, mate.
Never do that. Never get Chelsea play. I had Jackson for the first 11 game weeks or 10 game weeks. Took him out finally, and then he scored the hat trick against Tottenham. Classic. But yeah, I don't know.
I did have João Pedro, so
How are you feeling, Maz, about the Chelsea game? Because obviously, like I said, they're on the back of a horrendous result, but we love playing them at the moment. Really, there's a bit of that rivalry now with them. How are you feeling?
No, look, I want to win so much. Like, I think now it has become a bit of a bitter taste within Brighton fans' mouths because of the way things have gone down, especially with all the players they've taken in the past, and especially from the staff as well, not just playing staff, actual back room staff as well, and then also most recently with the whole Colwill loan situation as well. So there's been a lot of things gone on, which definitely gives a bit more spice to the game. The last time we played them in the Carabao Cup, I thought they were shocking. I thought we were much the better team. We were unlucky on the night, and we should have, in my opinion, won that game, but it wasn't to be. So look, they're not the best of sides at the moment. They definitely have their ups and downs, but look, they drew against Man City 4-4. They obviously beat a 9-man Spurs, which an injury-ridden Spurs. So they have got those.
Cabinet. No, I'm joking. They've won so many trophies. I didn't make any sense.
But no, they've had this season they've been a very, very up and down team. So I know it sounds dumb, but depends what Chelsea side turn up. If the Chelsea side of the one against Man City turn up, then we're in for a real game. But if the one that turned up against Newcastle turns up, then we should be looking to win. So
Thiago Silva falling over, forgetting he was Brazilian as well. But they've also have they got Nkunku coming back? Am I right in thinking that
I think he's close to coming back. Yeah.
If
Do you
he
reckon
plays,
Fabrizio's tweeted about that? I don't even. Mate, I don't think Fabrizio
actually
tweets
haven't
much
seen.
about Chelsea. Oh mate, honestly, every other tweet is about Nkunku coming back for the Brighton game. It's just
is he? So is he back?
I like Fabrizio. Don't get me wrong. I would say so.
Mate, he's a tricky
based
player.
on the tweets, but
he scares me.
I don't care. He's up against Van Hecker and Igor, mate. There's nobody better than Jan-Paul Van Hecker.
And also, you've got to remember as well, this is only his first game back. Like, he's not going to. I don't think he's going to hit the ground running. Well, he might do. I might have cursed it now, but I can't imagine him coming from a long injury layoff and just smashing it. But yeah, here we are.
Here we are.
He probably will. No, I'm not going to lie. We will be there. We will be there.
You going to go
against?
You going, Chad?
Am I going to go? What, to Chelsea away? Do you know who I am, Ben? I'm going to be in that away every single day of the week. Apart from Chelsea away in the Cup, is there anyone I miss? Oh, and Athens as well. I do apologise. But yes, we will be there. I want to see... do you know what? I don't actually care about even dominating the game. I don't care. And to be honest, in a weird way, I'd actually rather that we just beat them when not controlling the game. It'd be quite funny. Like if we just did a bit of an Arsenal, like we were talking about earlier, where we just sort of hit them for a few goals and then just do nothing. Because I want to frustrate them. I want it to matter. The win needs to mean something. And I think, like we saw at Forest, I don't know if Forest fans approved of our celebrations last night, but hopefully they did, and everyone's safe at home.
They were justified, I think.
Yeah, Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think we need that sort of thing. We need that energy. That's all we really need for these sort of games is energy, win on the day. And that's what we've done a few times now this season. And that's what I want to see at Stamford Bridge. It's don't worry about result. Sorry, don't worry about performance. Worry about the result. Just get it however it matters.
Do you think, obviously we didn't speak about Verbruggen for the Athens game. I thought he was very, very good, pretty solid.
Oh yeah.
Do you reckon he's the number one now? Do you reckon he starts against Chelsea as well?
Yes. Yes, I think so, mate. Yeah, absolutely.
For the foreseeable, would you now have Verbruggen just start every single
100%.
game? Yeah,
100%. I think for me, Verbruggen's proved he is the number one. Like he's got age on his side, which again I'm not saying he's not old by any stretch, but he's got age on his side. He's developing really, really well. I think it's so key and integral to when you're in this early development as a player. I think it's so key to get games, and I think for Verbruggen's development, it's so important for him to keep playing, especially in both competitions as well. I know we've been sort of flip-flapping between him and Steele for the beginning of the season, and I was never a fan. I always want like a solid number one, like one that plays pretty much every game, and then the one that stands in when he needs to. So yeah, I think he will. Hopefully, De Zerbi agrees, and he will be the number one going forward.
I just feel like he's there now. I feel like he's established himself because he's made these good saves. Did it at Forest, had a good game at Athens. It was a bit I think a couple of passes went out against Forest, maybe you could say, and I think that's all part of what you need to learn. And as De Zerbi always says, you need to make mistakes to learn. And I think that when you're only 21 years old, as you say, he's got such a long future ahead of him that playing these games in a team, in a system like we are, it's only going to make him get better with the caliber of talent that he is.
Yeah, fair. And another player that kind of made a little cameo towards the end was Baleba. Do you think he needs to be starting more? Because he was good when he came on. I just feel like I don't know why he isn't starting. Obviously, I guess it's probably down to Billy Gilmore playing well and Pascal Roche.
Funny you say that, mate.
Go on.
De Zerbi said it last week in the press, and I forgot to release the quote, so it's totally on me. But he said that. Hang on, I'll get it out. I'm pretty sure he said something along the lines of he's not ready, which is, I guess, an internal perspective. Hang on, let me read it out for you because it's probably a better way of doing this rather than anything else. But
ready fitness wise, do you reckon, or is it ability wise, or
I think it's more about learning technical wise, because if you think about it, he's 19, and like we go on about Baleba. Don't get me wrong, I think he's a quality talent, but at the same time, he's got to then be in the team now and then start performing now. Here you go. That's what he said. So he said, Carlos can play. He's not ready yet. In terms of knowledge, confidence, he's very young. So that's where he's sort of seeing it, is in knowledge and confidence. He said the players, to become better, they need to play, but we also need points. So for the coaches, it's very difficult to give the right chance to play for the young players. And when it's better to keep them on the bench for them to understand the play and to the timing of the play. So I guess he's trying to say sometimes actually being on the bench and watching the game can actually help them as well, whilst also playing as well. He said, but for sure he'll receive the chance to play in the next games, because obviously with our squad depth. So looks like he plans on using him, but just it's a slow process with these players. We forget the ages, don't we? Really. And to be honest, you mentioned Baleba, but I'd quite like to see Hinselwood in that midfield.
That's a good point. We've never actually seen him play centre mid for the first team, have we? He's always been right back or left back.
I want to see my Jude Bellingham in there. You know what I mean? So I want to see him there. I want to see if he can shine and really take a game by the scruff of the neck and prove that he's the man to be there.
Yeah, he's not the tallest though, is he, Hinselwood? Like he's not the type of player that. Is it? He's
taller than me, I'm pretty sure.
Hard.
Which I set you up to make Pascal Gross.
But he's I just don't see him as like that midfielder that's going to be like a bully, really. Which obviously sometimes you need. We don't have many of those big midfielders.
No, I agree. I think obviously Baleba's much more of a, if you want to call it, a bully type player, or more stocky player. But at the same time, for the last
6'2".
Hinselwood.
Pretty tall. 6'1", 6'2". I thought he was quite tall. I just didn't want to say in case I was wrong.
So I thought
he does look small on the TV though. I don't know.
Do you think?
Yeah.
He's quite lanky sort of build, but no, I do think he's quite tall. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Right. But just going back to that point, Ben, of like having that kind of player, like a Baleba type player in the midfield. I feel like I know obviously we've missed Caicedo having that kind of box to box energetic midfielder who just wins tackles.
Yeah, big tackle.
But at the same time, we're doing all right at the moment with the current players that are playing in that same midfield positions, because clearly we're 7th in the league and we've just qualified out the Europa group. So like we're not doing too badly with the players that we've got. But I agree with you. We do need, I think, like a Caicedo type player to come in to that midfield and be a bully and, win the ball back and, really be that box-to-box midfielder, which we've been missing. So I think Baleba will be that player, but I actually agree I like the way De Zerbi's handling him at the moment. I like the fact that he's using him sporadically and he's giving him his chances when he's needed. But yeah, I feel like he's progressing well. I always worried about his fitness. For me, I always remember seeing him just getting fatigued a lot, like towards the end of games. If he'd started a game, 60, 70 mark, he'd like go down
he's
with
quite
cramp.
explosive, isn't he? He's a bit of a like powerhouse, and
No,
I think when you're like
knocked
that
the
as a
ball
young
forward,
player,
didn't he? And then like ran past someone.
yeah, he's quick and strong and very dominating, I think, and that's great. But also, if you're young, it's probably quite taxing on the old physical health. So I guess when he plays, he might sort of burn himself out quite quickly. Because he is so sort of quite big, isn't he? And I guess if you're playing a consistent amount of games, too many games, if you like, as they probably are, I guess it's probably not the best thing for a 19-year-old's development. But I agree. I think he's a great talent. I think in the next couple of years we'll really see him flourish like Basuma did, like Caicedo did, etc.
A couple of years, he could be gone by next year, like the way we're going at the moment.
I
don't know. He would definitely. I feel like he would be the next big, other than Ever Ferguson. Maybe. Well, to be fair, we got loads. It's probably a really pointless conversation saying who's the next one to go. So we've got loads now. But he's definitely. I feel like he's definitely got that potential to be a big.
Here's a question: do you think how do we start the conversation of players and managers staying? Because there's now a rumor that De Zerbi's signing a new contract.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
The club will him for a long term, and he's happy. Whatever. I don't doubt that. But I mean, do you think to get that? Say we do well in the Europa League, and we still end up getting Europa League again for another season, or say even better, we win the Europa League and we get Champions League next season on an imaginary note. Does that then keep players for another year? Because then they can play in the Champions League at Brighton, even though they might be taking less of a wage. They're playing in a system that it just works. So how do you keep that? That's a question for a bit of a general point, Matt. So I'll let you go.
Yeah. I think it's exactly that. You have to be playing. So, for example, right, the players we signed this season, you signed them on the promise that they're going to get European football, right? So, for next season to then, get more of that quality and also the same bunch that you've got, I think you've then got to promise them European football again. So I think if we were to not get European football, are we going to attract the same quality players? Let's be real. No. Are we going to attract an Ansu Fati to Brighton without European football? No, we're just not. And then also, are you going to retain players? Probably not, because again, they've had a taste of European football and they're probably thinking, well, I can now leave to play European football if I don't get it in Brighton. So I think, unfortunately now we've put ourselves in a position where we have to play European football next season. Otherwise, a lot of players will want to go play European football and they will leave. So I think that is just a natural progression. I think that as a club gets better and bigger, that is unfortunately...
Yeah, that's mad, actually.
What happens,
putting it like that. I've never even thought of it like that, thinking, we've got Europe, it's incredible. But then, the pressure's now to keep getting and keep achieving it, to keep players and trap.
Well, it should be, though, shouldn't it? Because we want to keep getting better. We want to be... You don't want to just settle for now, do you? And then never improve again and never get better. Imagine we just... we've come a long way together, whatever it is. But then nothing happens apart from that. Then that stops and it's over. What's the point? We need to always improve and always get better. Otherwise, there's no point ever watching football again.
And just quickly on De Zerbi as well. Like, he's a manager, you can tell he just wants to improve every time. He wants to get better. He wants to progress. He wants to go to that next level. And if he feels like he's not doing that with Brighton, then he's going to leave. So I think what we need to do is, I think Tony Bloom and Barber have just got to be like, look, just invest in our project. Give us years. Don't just do a Caicedo, don't do a Basuma and just give us a year or two and just leave. Give us 3-4 years and see what we can do. And then at that time, it's not as easy. I don't think it's as easy that, unfortunately, players are they can be taken by money. Exactly. Yeah. There's so many different lures to other clubs and stuff like that. So it's not as easy as we just are sitting here saying, well, just give us 3 years, give us 4 years. But if we can sell them that dream, sell them that project, that's what we need to do, I think, a little bit more.
What we also need to do is back him in January, Ryan. We really need to do some business in January for sure if we want to get Europe 100%. Again, because obviously we've had a really tough run in the league recently, so if we have to invest if we want to be at least getting Europa League again.
I totally agree. I think based on the amount of links we've already got, it seems like we're quite active, and I'd like to think we are anyway. But yeah, I do agree with you. And just on the point of players staying, do you think that having someone like Hintze would say he is good enough to be in that first team for the considerable? I mean, then you've got a player potentially that would be like a next Lewis Dunk, because everyone needs one of them. Every generation needs a player that loves the club. Our one's luckily been Dunk for such a long period of time. To have someone like Hintze to be there and next potentially be the next Lewis Dunk, that's a great sort of thing for the club, because it's not a common. You don't just get that very easily. But yeah, I do agree with you on January. I think it's going to be a tough season if we don't. And I say tough in the sense of we may not achieve the dreams that De Zerbi wants. Yeah. And De Zerbi wants the best. Yeah. And we can't go without giving him the best. Otherwise, I wouldn't put it past him to just up and leave, because he's done it before. He's done it at... Who is he at? I think he was at Sassuolo. Yeah. He took him as far as he could. Went on to his next challenge. Unfortunately, ended at Shakhtar. But we need to make sure we back him. We don't want to...
Otherwise,
we don't want to lose what is so good.
We want to give him a new contract, then we need to back him in January. Whether that be 2 or 3 players.
I think that's part of the negotiation.
I was about to say, I think that's part of the conversation, surely, yeah.
Surely.
Right. Well, we ended up talking loads about Brighton again, which is classic, being a Brighton podcast. But let's just,
mate, it's what you do.
Yeah, I'm just probably just going to combine this and do one episode at this rate, because... All right.
15 minutes, I was told.
Yeah, 15 minutes. We've now done 40 minutes. 40-minute episode. Maz timed out twice. It's been great. It's been emotional. Right. Score predictions.
It's emotional, mate.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we'll win. I don't think. Maybe a draw. I think
we just need to win, mate. We just need to win. I don't want a draw, because a draw. I'm leaving there frustrated. I want a win. I'm not going to London unless I get a win.
I want to see the Chelsea tears on Twitter as well, because Twitter is a beautiful place.
I don't care about people on Twitter. I just want to win, because
it's great seeing Chelsea fans cry.
We've got one win in the Prem since September. Great. We've just won again against Athens. We just need to keep building, because we don't want to get to a point where we're satisfied with mediocre. And I don't think we're anywhere close to. So that's why we need to just keep building. And I think that building comes with beating your rivals in Chelsea. And I think that, if you look at it as a rival game, if you don't, it's a big team away from home, and they're a team that's very beatable at the moment after they've just lost to an injury-ridden Newcastle 4-1. And we're an injury-ridden Brighton that can do potentially the same thing.
I do also want to mention, obviously, we've got our own injury problems. However...
who cares, mate? We got our young players.
They've also got a lot of players out, especially in fullback position. Cucurella, James, Chilwell, and Gusto all out, which is huge. I think if you look at the wingers, Adingra and Matoma are going to be integral, I think, going forward. So so
Cucurella out advantage Chelsea.
Yeah, he's suspended, isn't he? Him and James both.
But to be fair to Cucurella, to cut us slack, he actually did somehow get better, didn't he?
No, and in the Carabao Cup, he was genuinely very good
against us. And then a few games before he got injured, he was he was put in right back, and suddenly he became quite good.
But yeah, look, I think they got a fair share of suspensions and injuries as well. So it's sort of like even playing for a little bit, which is nice, considering we're like one of the most injured / suspended teams in the country.
We are, aren't we?
We are. Yeah, us and Newcastle, I think.
Yeah, I think we've overtaken them now because of someone else went down. Fatty. Since Fatty, I think we're down.
Fatty and Lamptey.
Yeah. No, of course.
Yeah, Ansu.
Well, I think we're joint with... No, Spurs, I think 11.
Yeah,
11
Spurs,
Newcastle and Spurs, yeah.
His name is Ansu.
Yeah, that was pretty sick, wasn't it? Him reacting to our video, that was so cool.
Yeah, that was sick. Yeah.
I don't know what the app is. Is he like ambassador for
I think that... Yeah, I think for that app, because their whole feed is just him.
Yeah, fan page,
I'm assuming that they work with him one-on-one, I'm assuming. Like their representatives.
Yeah.
Well, so if you're watching, mate,
which
I hope you get well soon, because... Yeah, 6 weeks, isn't it? Apparently.
Yeah.
And also, can you just confirm in the comments, answer if you are happy here and you want to stay past your low?
Don't comment.
Because I've seen some rumours and we just want to cut.
Don't comment on the video if you want to stay.
Yeah. Don't comment.
There you
go. Also, he's learning English, isn't he? This is the best place to learn English, mate. Yeah. If you want to learn words such as fraud or or Brighton legend,
clown,
clown,
diving cheat.
Here you go. This is the place to be, Antu. So stay on.
Yeah, we are your teachers.
Yeah, exactly. And if you don't like Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, or Chelsea, then you're in the right spot, mate. I mean, because we're the same as you. We're all in the same boat.
Oh, just quickly, and Ben, I'll send you a picture for this. I got sent.
I have to do work.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, no, you don't have to. But I'm going to tell you for my Secret
just hold it
Santa.
up.
I don't have it here. I left it in the office
brilliant.
on purpose. Basically, for Secret Santa, I got given a Crystal Palace mug with my name on it, and I felt sick. Yeah.
That's tough.
Should
we do a Secret Santa, boys? Should we do a social Secret Santa?
It doesn't work.
Cool, that's a bit of
actually.
That's a quadruple S, isn't it? Seagull Social Secret Santa. My God.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's enough, isn't it? I don't even know what
should we do that? Should we do Secret Santa? But our fans, our followers, give us
the presents.
Oh yeah. Oh my God! No, what we should do is we should do one and get the fans to sort of vote for what they want. So we should almost find the selection of like 5 fans. Say 5 of them reply Ryan, 5 of them reply Ben, 5 of them reply Maz, and then the 5 that are mine, we can do a little vote off as to what we get. Whoever. That would be quite fun, That's pretty.
Listen,
that's pretty good.
If people that are listening and watching want to get involved, let us know in the comments and we'll do it. But we'll send you
Ryan's address and you can send it all there.
and nothing stupid.
Yeah, nothing
either,
else.
Please,
And don't go to his house.
Yeah.
All right, Maz, quick score prediction.
That's actually
Are we
quite
going to
good
win,
content.
lose, or draw?
Score prediction. I'm going to go. I hate doing this, but I'm going to go draw.
Okay.
Draw on a score.
Right. Right. Okay. You know what? I was saying draw, wasn't I? But now I think I'm actually going to go Brighton win. I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win 2-0. Ryan, over to you.
We're winning we are winning this game. We will win this game, and I think it's a day for João Pedro again because he seems to get goals even when he's not playing well, and I think that's a sign of a good forward. And I think he'll score again. And I think today I feel Jack Hinsel would goal.
That would be
that's
sick.
what I'm gonna say.
The limbs in the away end if he does.
In front of and CISO remake in front of the away end, that'll do. Jack, if you're listening, mate, you could be actually. To be fair, 'cause you follow all our stuff. So Jack, if you're listening, please, mate, if you get the ball about 20 yards out, unmarked, bang it, and mean it, and bang it, and see it going top bins, and I will be there celebrating, and you got to give me a hug. All right, yeah, that's good.
Straight pass, Robert Sanchez. Well, that'll be even better.
That'll be all right. 2-0 win.
All right, nice. Okay, let's wrap it up. What a weird pod. My brain's absolutely fried as per.
It's been good fun.
It's been good. It's been good to do
always
it.
good
Hopefully people going to... Oh my God. Sorry, that guy's jokes just liked our tweet. That's pretty cool.
Well, the Everton fan.
Pretty sure I know that guy.
No, is he Everton?
He's Everton. Yeah, he's Everton, yeah.
Oh, he just liked our Fatboy Slim tweet. That's quite cool.
Oh, nice.
Everton.
All right.
Woo.
Cheers for coming, Maz, Ryan, and myself. What were you going to do there Friday night?
We've got no choice, Ben. I don't know why you're thanking us.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a few more of these in the fridge that I need to use up. I cut my hand on one, so I may as well have some more.
Yeah, by the way, Ryan's now an
yeah.
alcoholic. I passed over the baton to him.
It's a long... I'll tell you what, mate. It's a long way of getting a free drink, isn't it, by cutting your hand open? But, I mean, it worked, so...
Yeah, it worked with a charm.
Here we are.
All right. Like, subscribe, leave a review on Spotify.
Comment, like,
as
subscribe,
well.
do all the good stuff.
We forgot to do the call to action at the beginning of the video as per, but just make sure you are liking the video. Comment below.
The most unprofessional podcast you've ever seen, but it's the best. No, I'm joking. Let's go with a bit of... No, we want to hear some opinions again, mate. We want to hear some opinions. I want to hear some stuff about Chelsea, but also about us being in Europe, because it's the biggest situation we've ever been in. So going into the league, can we translate that form from the Europa League into the Premier League? Because we need to. We've got some big games here. We've got Palace, we've got Chelsea, we've got Arsenal, we've got Burnley, and no easy games in the Premier League, mate.
That's a really long comment, Nat.
That's a long ass comment.
If you can recite that first time and not have to rewind, then I'll give you a $5.
Yeah, if you can transcribe that.
And then also comment João Pedro, and then that'll be good.
Cool.
João Pedro.
Yeah. All right, take care, and we'll see you after Chelsea up the Albion. Peace.